Hi, this is Tim Fargo, and this is episode number 9 of the Social Media Success Series. And today, as promised in episode 8, we are going to look at the Jukebox library. So let's come up here and click on that. Now, if you don't already know this, I feel it incumbent that I tell you this is a incredibly valuable resource. And obviously I'm biased because I'm the founder of the company, but this is a chance for you to plug into some fantastic content. It's free, it's part of the tool. And if you're looking around for good things to post, to share with your audience, or just shake things up and have a varied flow of content going out, this is such an easy way to do it. And of course, you can look at the download numbers and see that it does get utilized. But from my perspective, I'm amazed that people don't use it more often because easy, 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 easy to come in here and get the content you want. Right, so I mean, just looking across here, we've got inspirational quotes. That's 400 records. Booksmart, which is some great quotes from a book by my friend Frank Sonnenberg. Lori Moreno's put some stuff in here, some great success quotes of hers. Lolly Daskell, over 1 million followers. I mean, here's her quotes from her upcoming book. It's fantastic stuff, and it's free. So and you can come in here. You want to download Lolly stuff? Bang, it's done. And then Lori downloads some of her stuff. Bang, that's done. And then we can take this content, and I'm gonna actually do Addicted to Success as well. And then what we can do, we can go back to our account, and now we have this extra content, right? And you might think, well, now I have just more stuff to schedule or whatever. Well, let's take a look at what I'm doing here with this test account, Funnel Arm. We have Wednesday Wisdom that I've created, and that's a jukebox that's just going to post on Wednesdays using the hashtag Wednesday Wisdom. And then I've also got, using the hashtag Monday Motivation on the inspirational quotes. And so if we wanted, we could take, for instance, these Addicted to Success quotes. We could go in here, and there's also, just FYI, well, you'll get the gist of what I'm doing here in a second. So let's say we're going to post these every 2 hours starting at 12:25 a.m. and we'll go through the end of the day, and I'm going to schedule that. And so what am I doing here? I'm only scheduling this jukebox for Tuesday, right? And this is maybe a little bit, quasi, like you're thinking, why is he doing this? What does this have to do with the library? Here's a great way to use this kind of content. So I'm going to do Tuesday motivation, which almost trends every week. So, and then I'll just so I can easily remember. Very important to do this in your jukebox names if you're just posting on one day of the week. Say, okay, Tuesday motivation, I got that done. We go in here to the visual schedule, and see, there we go. It's scheduled. It's all ready to go here. So all I have to do is turn that jukebox on, and automatically I've got content that they're only going to see on Tuesday, only related to that hashtag. Super easy. It's great stuff. And that's one side of the library, okay? The other side of the library, going back to it, is that you can put content in here. If you're an expert in real estate, or you're an expert in accounting, or you're an expert in motivation, or you're an expert in whatever, you can contact me and ask to be added. If you're a paying customer, you can ask to add content to the Jukebox library. I love when people do that. It's great. It's a chance for you to get some more exposure, and it's a chance for us to grow our library. It's a win-win. beautiful thing, right? So you can reach out to me, Tim at socialjukebox.com, and say, hey, please, I'm a paying customer. I've got these great quotes. I've got these great photographs. I've got these great blog posts. I've got these great YouTube videos. Whatever it is that you have to share that's of value to the audience where we'll both benefit, just contact me and I'll authorize you to put stuff in the library and explain to you how to do it. It's very simple. And your content will be shared. So the library is an awesome place to get together with people. Use it, use it, use it, use it. I can't stress that enough. So with that, I want to go one more step and talk to you about the homework for next week. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing. This is something brand new. I just started doing this today. All right. And here is, I'll take that look off my face. I put this video up, which is me briefly talking about this quote, and today's Friday, if you're watching close to when I publish this. And I just decided to try this. And the point of the homework for next week is experimentation. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm getting some retweets. I've gotten some positive feedback. But I don't know if I do this on an ongoing basis. If I pin a, a post every day with a video in it related to a quote or a blog post or whatever, I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try it. And after a couple weeks, I'll have an idea. So think about, you can obviously steal my idea, but you can also come up with your own idea. And just think about what are some ways that you can kind of creatively use some of the capabilities of Twitter. And I mean, one of the things, I always pin a new post like every day around something that's trending or whatever, just because it's a way to keep your feed fresh for people that stop by and stuff like that, right? So I highly encourage you to do that. Think about, what can you do? What experiment can you conduct when we show up for episode 10? That's what we're going to talk about. Like, we're going to talk a little bit about whatever results I get from this over the weekend, and then we'll talk about what you can do, like take your experiment and let's look at how it resonates and how it works. And don't, and I would encourage you, like, if you get some less than positive feedback the first couple days, don't necessarily be disheartened, because sometimes people don't quite know what you're doing. So sometimes it's not even the idea, it's maybe reframing it. But we'll get into that more next time. One other thing I'm going to show you here real quick, a little hack, so to speak. I'm not big on these normally, but I'm going to undo my retweet on this post. Okay? And why am I doing that? Some people are going to come to your feed and look at your pinned tweet, right? But not everyone. Some people are just watching their feed. So I'm going to retweet it again, which is going to bring it back in front of people that are now looking at their feed. Because, people turn away, they look at new things, they don't go back and read the last hour. They go and, maybe they look 10, 15 minutes through their feed. And so if you're not there, you don't exist. So I encourage you, if you have something you're trying to get people's attention to, retweet your own tweet. Like, do it and undo it, a few times through a day. And it does a couple things. One is it brings it back up to the top. And you might think, well, doesn't your tool automatically repost stuff? That's true. But the other thing that happens is, because this post already has a lot of retweets, when it appears in the feed and people look at it, it's a little bit like a tip jar. And there's a lot of evidence to support this, by the way, psychological research. When there's money already in the tip jar, when people have quote unquote salted the tip jar, people put more money in it. So because there's already retweets on this tweet, it's going to get retweeted more, because people feel like, well, somebody else retweeted it, so it must be worthy of a retweet. Sounds crazy, but it works. Anyhow, that's it. See you next time on episode 10. Have an awesome day.